Good morning. Today is July 29th, 2025, and I'm back on the bedrock, so to speak. Half naked for sunshine and barefoot for grounding. And I urge you to do the same thing every morning. It can take no more than 10 minutes, and we all have time to do it, believe it or not. Yesterday I made a video which was like a continuation of the previous video 2 days ago, where I emphasized the importance of embracing surprise, change by surprise. And yesterday I sort of added the kind of obvious thing that you just can't surprise yourself. It's kind of obvious. So what I added was that you should sort of mental train yourself to be ready to be surprised in a positive way. So what do I mean by that? For instance, if someone claims that you should test a new strange drug or jump off the roof of a building, that's not what I'm talking about. That's a negative surprise. Surprisingly bad information. Or test to inhale nicotine or any other drugs. Actually, in that category, I would add, would you like to have a cake? It's traditionally considered very positive, but the consequences are really negative. So in 1972, John Yudkin, a forgotten nutrition researcher, wrote a book called Sugar, Pure, White and Deadly. So what is a positive surprise then? Actually, start training, considering change your diet by cutting sugar, and you can do this together. Someone sort of proposes this. That's a positive surprise, actually. Well, here's how it goes, because I've been doing this for like 2,000 years with people, and as you can see, I'm a bit skinny. It annoys people all the time. Not all, of course, but too many. So when I propose things like that, people aren't ready to embrace positive surprise. And that actually has to do with something called cognitive flexibility. So cognitive flexibility is part of what I'm talking a lot about, the executive functions, a plethora of 15 or more subsets that are typical to our species. So we can actually we can think in a way that no other animal can do. That's in our favor. But lurking in the background is allocortex. These are all the emotional primes which sort of keep us stuck in bad habits, conflicts, and all sorts of things. So how do you resolve that? Well, of course, proper food, super important, because you need a healthy brain, and you can only have a healthy brain, in my view, if you feed the brain long term with all the nutrients you need. That's 30 micronutrients, tryptophan, choline, and animal omega-3 fatty acids. But also eating together, the social aspect. We're social beings, and this is something you should try to aim to do every day. And doing what I do here, see the trees. I'm not in the forest, actually. This is a very small piece of land And also you have this beautiful bay, Turholmsfjärden, close to the Skepparviken, the Skipper's Bay. So this is obvious stuff that you can do. Takes a couple of minutes every morning. And then I get morning sun, which is crucial. And even though it's cloudy today, it doesn't matter, because it's probably even better. But the sunshine will partly interact with the cholesterol in your body, and to influence to produce vitamin D, which will influence about 900 genes and a number of mental things. You don't need to know all of them. Just put it behind your ear, as we do here in Finland. Remember, it's super good for you and super important. Morning sun and late afternoon sun. And elevate the corners of your mouth. But then we did a study which we published actually 4 years ago, which was sort of the second attempt. And this journey started years before that. And we just said that what happens, can dance influence cognitive flexibility? And we tried all sorts of things, and I was in the Swedish Parliament to promote aesthetic education, and I met resistance, not from the politicians directly, but from the unions actually, who do not want to have this in the school curricula. So we elaborated that can you just dance for a few minutes? Will that have an impact? So I spoke with a colleague at a conference, and she said about how long do you need to dance in order to influence your cognitive flexibility, and she said like 8 seconds, as far as she understands. And that was a door opener, of course. So I designed the study for children 10 or 11 to dance for 3 minutes, because you can do that every day, a couple of times a day, when things break down during the school day. And lo and behold, we could test that against kids who were just sitting down, to show a statistical significant impact of dancing. So the implication here is that dancing, just a few minutes, will impact your cognitive flexibility. Your cognitive flexibility will help you be more open, to train yourself to be more open to surprise, and positive surprise, as I call it, which will help you to change your lifestyle. It's almost too simple, isn't it? So today I talked about my big 5 and emphasized on number 5, dancing to influence your cognitive flexibility, which will probably make you more open-minded to positive surprise. Try it and join me this evening, probably 6 p.m. local Finnish time or later.